Also, our main focus on the show tonight, a day after Arun Jaitley lashed out at the judiciary saying pre-retirement judgments were being influenced by post-retirement jobs. We ask, should judges have a cooling-off period before jobs post-retirement as the BJP suggests? Reactions coming in on what Arun Jaitley had said on that. Let's just see what they were.
There are two kinds of judges. Those who know the law and those who know the law minister. We are the only country in the world where judges appoint judges. The best are not willing to become judges. Even though there is a retirement age, the judges are unwilling to retire. By judicial verdicts, post-retirement jobs are being created. Pre-retirement judgments are influenced by the desire of a post-retirement job. लेकिन ये क्लैमर फॉर पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट जॉब्स है, ये इस देश की न्यायपालिका की निष्पक्षता पे एक असर डाल रहा है. इट्स एडवर्सली इफेक्टिंग द इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जस्टिस.
It just seems to me that talking about this, trying to find a solution, an alternative, is one thing, and actually giving an impression somehow that the judiciary is susceptible and unreliable or subject to pressures or allurement, etc. I would, with great respect, think this is not fair. We have a very good, strong judiciary in our country.
There are other judges who are primarily governed by their personal ambitions. Well, that is why we have been asking for the National Judicial Commission for a long time, which would neither be controlled by the judiciary nor be controlled by the executive.
We need to devise a system by which these expectations don't result in a compromise of institutional integrity.
It's unfortunate that a person of Jaitley's status, a former law minister, former law officer, senior politician, to have made such sweeping remarks about retiring judges.
मुझे इस बात पे बहुत आश्चर्य है कि भारत के पूर्व कानून मंत्री इस तरह का बयान दे सकते हैं. तो उसके पीछे उनकी मंशा क्या है? मुझे लगता है कि शायद न्यायपालिका को उनसे जानकारी लेनी चाहिए.
I wish he was more self-restrained. Having been the former law minister and leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha today, so one would expect him to be more restrained in his expression.
So has Arun Jaitley well and truly set the cat amongst the pigeons? Should there be a cooling off period for retired judges? Joining me tonight on that is the former Chief Justice of India, Justice V.N. Khare. I'm also joined by former Supreme Court Judge, Justice Ashok Ganguly, who's currently the chairman of the West Bengal Human Rights Commission. Also with me tonight, former Law Minister and current Cabinet Minister Veerappa Moily. And with me, Prashant Bhushan, Senior Supreme Court Advocate, who's been fighting for judicial accountability. And of course, Harish Salve, Senior Supreme Court Advocate as well. Mr. Moily, as former Law Minister, what would you tell another former Law Minister, Arun Jaitley? He actually said in his speech that he was afraid of meeting judges who were going to retire because they used to approach him with their biodatas. Did you face the same experience?
Really, it is shocking, particularly to hear Mr. Arun Jaitley, who has been a senior advocate of the Supreme Court and he knows about it. And, when it came to the judiciary, he has been always sober. But, what has happened to him and maybe that, the saying that in the post-retirement job hunt affecting judicial freedom, it is really in the context of the judgment which has been pronounced recently. And, the saying that, I don't think it can be brushed aside as an academic discussion because after cooling off period and all these things, I can very well appreciate a debate on that. That debate, you should have chosen some other occasion, not, I can understand Nitin Gadkari as a president of the BJP, particularly who doesn't know how the judiciary functions in this country. And, out of ignorance, he can comment. But Mr. Arun Jaitley, I can't appreciate, I cannot understand. And, really this kind of a statement is the absolutely, touches the edge of clear contempt of court. And more than anything else, when we feel, we are threatened with certain, trust deficit between the constitutional authorities, this is most unfortunate and inappropriate to use this kind of a terminology, saying that a post-retirement job,
let me just bring in Mr. Molly.
The judicial freedom.
So a strong statement by you saying this veers on contempt of court. And why did Mr. Arun Jaitley choose to say this just after a recent Supreme Court opinion on presidential reference? Justice Ashok Ganguly, currently chairperson of the West Bengal Human Rights Commission, if Mr. Jaitley had his way, even that wouldn't be possible. What would you like to say, sir, on the remarks, on the speech made by Mr. Jaitley?
Well, it has two aspects, Now it's quite fashionable to attack judges. The judges are rather soft targets. But at the same time, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Jaitley. He's a man of dignity and honor, and he has been a very senior advocate of the Supreme Court. He was an ex-law minister. He's virtually an insider in this judicial system. Therefore, there is no reason, at least I won't disbelieve him. When he says that he was approached by retired retired judges of the highest court, rather he was bothered by them, by their biodatas, I am reminded of what was said by Chief Justice Chagla in connection with the controversy of supersession of judges.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.